Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from.
You spoken to David since the last time we talked because you weren't sure about the training situation?
David said, he wanted to change things. He wanted to learn from other fighters, and I think he was trying to train with Tank's trainer, And I told him, yeah, man, that's a great idea, man. I was with Freddie Roach for 4 years. I was with Robert for like about a year and a half, back and forth. I was with the Diaz brothers for another year and a half, and I spent 4 years with Evo Sanchez. I'm willing to learn from all these guys, man. I didn't know nothing about boxing until I was 26 years old. Anything that I can learn from all these big trainers, man. It would be an honor for me to work with somebody that's been there and knows more about me, because at the end of the day, I want David to continue being a great champion and learning, because he's been working with me since he was 2 years old. Maybe I don't motivate him anymore or whatever. If he needs the motivation with somebody else, I'm down for it, man. He's my son, and I will always support him. And as long as he keeps winning, to me, that doesn't bother me, whoever helps him or whatever.
What's it up, baby? You already know it is the big boss hog, boss dog. Can't poke through the dope. Here to talk this boxing. Before I get in my soliloquy, remember tough times don't last, good people do. Don't off yourself. Call that MF hotline. Remember you're mad at Peak Game. 84's on Wood Swain. Your boy sleepy, then a mug. Bro. I'm tired. But the grind don't stop. I don't care. I'm on my way to the gym. You know me, man. I don't care, man. Give me a couple hours of sleep. That's all I need. I'm still going to the gym. It's crazy. I gotta work out. I have to. It's like a must in my book. It's like I can't go a day. I don't have no rest days. My workout days 7 days a week, but I have active rest days where I'm working out still, but it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Pause. That was crazy. That's mainly on the weekends, but it is what it is. Let's talk boxing though. David Benavides wants a new trainer. Let's talk about it. So Jose Benavides Sr. was interviewed on the Boxing Voice, and basically he talked about David Benavides wanted to train with Calvin Ford. He said David likes to train with different trainers to learn things. And, Jose Benavides Sr. was like, he was all for it. He's all for his son, wanting to get better and learn. He was like, he learned under the tutelage of, the Diaz brothers, the Garcias, Robert Garcia, and the list goes on. And, he's like, as long as it's contributing to my son winning, I support my son. I support him wanting to continue to get better and learn different things in the boxing ring. So, and I like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that shows the humbleness of David Benavides. I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, when David Benavides first popped on the scene, I didn't really know that much about him. So, I was like, man, this boy arrogant. Because, all you heard was him talking and saying stuff. But as you got to know David Benavides and stuff was revealed, you like, oh, he's reacting to a lot of stuff, right? And he just genuinely want to put on the best fights and fight the best and create his own legacy. You know what I'm saying? That's genuinely what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? And, I support it. I like it. You know what I mean? And this is a blueprint that I feel like the Haneys need to follow, right? Bill Haney and Devin Haney's become extremely arrogant. You know what I'm saying? They become arrogant to the point where they feel like, oh, they can say anything about any fighter. They know everything about boxing. Nobody can tell them anything. That's their mindset. Like, you say anything about Bill Haney that's truthful, he gets emotional and he making a video about it. You know what I'm saying? So you sitting there and you talking about that. Like, bro, nobody got time for all that emotional stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody coming at you sideways just to try to little boy you or talk down on you, bro. Like, take the criticism, you know what I'm saying, and use it into a positive. Okay, cool. Everything don't need to deserve a response. I know me, man, there's people that have said crazy things about me in my channel. Some people say, oh man, and granted, this is not relative to boxing, right? This is just a YouTube channel. But I'm gonna tell you what some people told me, right? When I started boxing. But my channel, oh man, you sound ignorant. Oh man, you don't know boxing and I don't be caring. Depending on what you say, I may cook you just to cook you, or I may not. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how I'm feeling. But when I started boxing, those of you who don't know, I was a football player, bro. I played football. You know what I'm saying? I was a running back. And I got into boxing, in my early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Didn't take my first amateur fight to my mid-20s. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was like 10 plus years ago. You feel me? I recently I think my last fight I fought in the amateurs was 2 years ago. Yeah, I was 32. So yeah, it was 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day is, but what I got was, hey man, you's a football player. You ain't gonna be able to make it in this sport. Y'all football players think y'all could just come over here and get in boxing, and it's different over here. It is different over here, but my makeup is different. What I'm built for is different. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? One thing people say about me, and they found out, I'm a dog. That's what it is. I got dog-like mentality. That's what David Benavides got. He got dog-like mentality. People say a lot of things about him. You know what I'm saying? But he continued to prove people wrong. It was a couple of fights I felt like he couldn't beat. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like he could beat Caleb Plant. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, man, but he continued to impress. It was fights I felt like he was going to struggle in, but he continued to impress and continue to get better. You know what I mean? So, sky's the limit because he's trying to get better. Sky's the limit for his dad because he's trying to get better. They're not opposed to receiving criticism, or they're not too low to be like, look, yeah, David has reached this level to where, a lot of fans, support him and things like that. I've reached a certain point where, I'm at a certain point in my career as a coach, but hey, I'll go work under the tutelage of this coach. You see what I'm saying? So Dave Benavides, if he worked with Calvin Ford, I feel like that would be wonderful. Calvin Ford is an excellent coach. He has a brilliant mind, and they got a brilliant system over there in Tank's gym over there in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I've been following Lorenzo Truck Simpson, and that's one of Tank's, the Lord signing the shine on my truck. Thank you, Lord. And Lorenzo Truck Simpson, has taken a couple losses. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't stopping. He's still training. You know what I mean? He was down here in Houston working under Ronnie Shields. Calvin Ford didn't get butthurt about it. He like, hey, go do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Truck was working with Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying? For a fight or two. It's like, bro, I like coaches like that. I like fighters like that that's willing to go out of their comfort zone to learn from a specific coach, to, kind of get some instruction and try to add to their arsenal. Ronnie Shields is a brilliant mind. You know what I'm saying? He had both Charlos. He trained Mike Tyson. He had Hall of Fame fighters on his tutelage. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this dude right here, David Benavides, going out there and continuing to learn, is wonderful for him. And he gonna be a great. He gonna be one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? In boxing. We're gonna keep it 1,000. He gonna be one of them greats at boxing. He gonna be one of them dudes that we mentioned. When it's all said and done, when he decides to hang his gloves up and he sit there, he be like, man, I'm done with boxing. He gonna be one of them greats. Look what he doing right now. He's fought guys that Canelo, has said, oh man, I'm not gonna fight him. I don't need to fight him. I don't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna fight him. He's fighting guys that Canelo don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, Canelo has a Hall of Fame resume. We just gonna keep it a bean. He has a Hall of Fame resume. We're not taking nothing away from Canelo. But you're still an active fighter. You're still a champion, right? We want you to fight these young bulls now. You say you that guy, want you to fight these young bulls. Keep your legacy going. But Canelo like, I ain't doing that. I already did all that, right? So Dave Benavides is like, all right, you don't want to fight me? Cool. I'm going to go fight Demetrius Andrade. I'm finna go fight David Morrell, right? I'm gonna go fight the winner of Better Beeve and Beaver winner. Like, I'm gonna build my own legacy, and I like that. I like his mentality. He's like, you don't want to fight me? Cool. I'm gonna build my legacy around you, and I'm gonna surpass you, right? That's how David Benavides is looking. His mindset is, okay, I'm gonna surpass you. I'm gonna make it to where, you know, my name is gonna be bigger than yours. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to do that with Canelo. Instead of sitting there stalling his career waiting for a Canelo fight, he like, man, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to work with any and everybody. And that's how I was when I was an amateur fighter, right? I don't mean to keep bringing it myself, but I understand the mentality. I had my coach, right? One of the best coaches in amateur boxing. I'm going to tell you right now. Coach Dietrich is one of the best amateur coaches in Texas. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He don't do none of that pity pat stuff on the hand pads. He know how to reach you, everything. You know what I'm saying? But I work with other coaches. I went and worked with Coach Osby, Body by Osby, Coach Osby, Body by Osby. I think he on the southwest side. I went and worked with him. I went and worked with Coach Lopez over there at 713 Boxing Gym. I went and worked with Coach Camacho over there at the Knockout Factory. You know, I went and worked with I forgot the coach name, but he over there at South Park, over there off a telephone by Hobby Airport. I was there with like Walmart working with different coaches, but my main coach was my coach. I was picking up little things, you know what I'm saying, from them. You know, Coach Osby was more of a like a pure boxer. That's how he taught. You know what I mean? So he teach you the shoulder roll. He teaching you, you know, the reactionary drills on the hand pad, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The pulling and, you know, where you tapping and, you know, but you're turning your glove over. You know what I'm saying? Like, he teaching you that. My coach was solid punches. Bah, 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 bah. And that's what you see that from David Benavides is he's going with these different coaches who got different coaching styles, who teach different styles, right? And he's able to implement that to his game. What does that do? It makes him a versatile fighter, right? Because what did they say about David Benavides? Oh, he's a pressure cooker. He's going to throw a volume of combination punches. He's going to throw a volume of punches, get you out of there. He's trying to add to his arsenal to where any style he fights, he's able to adapt and implement, for, you know, an extra wrinkle in his fighting style. So if he need to box, he can box. You realize at 175, he ain't the biggest guy no more. So he got to learn to box, you know, use the ring, jab, keep his jab, hands up, you know, reactionary skill, all that. So I like it. You know, I like what David Benavides is doing. Keep doing it. And, you know, stay humble, bro. And that's the thing in this boxing game. You got to be humble. You got to be humble. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.